You know, I haven't posted it yet. I will be though. Talking about depression and the holidays, man. It's a tough time of year. You know, I was just thinking about a couple other things too. This year, the last couple of years, it's been about the Me Too movement. And I noticed that guys like Bill Cosby had talked about the importance of fatherhood for years. And black people didn't like what he said about it. But he was telling the truth. Bill Cosby gets convicted. And what I find ironic and shocking is that the black people was like, oh, well, he was doing all kind of dirt. He admitted to it. I don't actually publicly ever heard him admit to doing anything. And I can't imagine him admitting to banging that one white chick. Cause that one white chick, I just saw a video of her on TV just yesterday, and man, she is fuddly as fuck. I'm serious, man. She's ugly. That girl is ugly. I don't even. She's. According to what my son told me, he said he saw pictures of her when she was younger, and she was a lot hotter than that. I say, there's nothing about looking at her now and saying that she was ever hot to me. Not ever. Not ever. Ever, never. Seriously. But I was thinking about issues I've seen with black women over the years, and issues in why the nucleus family, because they do play, and I don't care what anybody says, they play a big part in the reason why the modern black family has never been really the modern black family. We've never had a real strong nucleus of a black family, ever. And this is a fact. This is just a fact. I know some people would deny, no, that's not true. That is so true. Let me explain a little bit of that. This is DJ Wolf Live. All right, guys. What I wanted to talk about regarding that is that what am I doing? I'm even staying in my lane. Is that black relationships? We've never had. Seriously, the divorce rate in black America is high. The single family black rate in America is still high. 70% of all single family households are predominantly women. Okay, that's a known fact. All right, and they usually average more than 2 or more kids. That's also a known fact. I mean, I've been in the DMV 30 years. I've never known so many more single women with so many kids in my life. I know a few of them. It's like, damn, really? And almost all of them, all of the kids have different fathers. Almost all of them. It's like, damn, really? It's ridiculous. But that's another whole story. I mean, I'm not even going about that. But they are one of the reasons why we don't have a strong family nucleus in the black family. They are the reason. I mean, I don't care what anybody say. They are the reason. There's a lot of reasons, but they are the main nucleus for it. I've heard people, even my mother, about, wow, it's that man's fault. I said, no, don't even go there with that BS with me. I even told my own mother, don't talk that goofy stuff to me about that, because I don't want to hear it. And you know damn well it's not necessarily true. A lot of times, these women out here today, they ride along with that so-called feminist movement, and that feminist movement caping them to thinking, oh yeah, if you do this, you won't have to need no man. You can do it all by yourself. You never have to rely on anything else but your own intuition and nothing else more. And the fact that we'll pay you to have kids. You ain't need no man. just throw everything under the bus about black men, including that. You know, the attitudes is just nasty, man. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I can understand, and I fully understand and respect, with a capital R, respect why a lot of black guys don't marry black women. And you know what? In 2018, I don't blame them. I don't blame them. I know several guys who have had bad experiences with black women over the years. Young guys especially. I think younger guys have it worse than the guys of my generation. You know, I had long-term relationships with black women over the years. But I've never had the problem that these young guys had today, man. Good Lord have mercy. You know, you got these young guys, they be trying to meet women, and most of these women they meet, almost all of them have kids. Many of them. You know? I mean, that's what you expect for 70% of black women that are out here today that are single mothers. You know? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You know? And the attitudes are just crazy. I'm telling you, I know this personally. I said, no, and I was like, damn, no wonder you're single. No wonder you ain't got no men in your life. No man in your life. You're too busy out here trying to chase the first damn thing you think is going to be hot to try for you and your kids. You know, it's just a total mentality, man. I call it the Claudine effect. You know, where in the movie Claudine, this woman was caping for this guy with this good job and all this other stuff for her and her 6 grown-ass kids. That's another whole story. I've seen the movie. It's a trip. And it's a stereotype that's been bred throughout our history. You know, when have you ever never known a black woman to never have multiple kids and be single? During our entire history of this country. I'm just stating facts. When have you ever known? I'll wait. This has been not only a stereotype. This has been something that's been literally bred through generations. And women are proud of this shit. You got women proud to be single black women. You should see pictures. I've seen, that one woman that was on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. This woman took a picture. She's semi-nude with her 5 kids standing around her. Not a man in sight. Yeah. I just saw a picture. This is one woman, young woman, has 6 kids in a picture. And looked like she was pregnant again. I was like, damn. I knew a woman who later on tried to hit on me. She was fine as hell. Had 6 kids. And I heard a couple of guys around the neighborhood ran through her. Oh, yeah. And I think I could have been next, but I'm glad I didn't go there. My mother found out, threw her out there. She was kind of hot, but I didn't want, I was kind of leery about you because she actually tried to get at me. And I was kind of leery about getting at her for one reason, because this woman was fertile as hell. And I ain't want to be making no babies with her. No, that's another story. But the thing of it is, though, man, black women wear this like a badge on a sleeve, and their attitudes as well, like a badge on a sleeve, just like brothers do. And you got brothers out here who wear a badge on a sleeve when they go to prison. I've heard guys. I was at a picnic one time at a cookout. This conversation where these brothers, about 5 or 6 brothers, was telling prison stories about how, different prisons and the blah blah blah, and I did, bragging about it. It's like, really? I just shook my head. I didn't say anything. I just shook my head. I said, Negroes, boy, I tell you, that's a badge of honor. Not a badge of honor to serve in the military. Not a badge of honor to go to school and become a doctor or a lawyer or anything like that. No, nothing like that. You got black women out here, and this is no joke. You got black women out here today that can literally tell you the type of surgery that they have based on pregnancies. Like a pro. They can tell you all about it. without missing a beat, without missing a step. Well, yeah, child, I had to take 2 cc's of epidural and doctors said blah, 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 blah. I said, oh my God. Well, y'all know all about that, don't y'all? What a shock. What a shock. Man, there's traffic today, man. I think it'd be a little light. It's heavy. Everybody trying to go get their bills paid. Anyway. But, I just, and then the attitudes, though, that's, it's just wow. If they're wrong about something, they can't be wrong, no matter how much you prove it to them. There was a video of this woman who lost custody of her kids, and the judge had ruled in favor of the father. This woman went ham, and she got, I think, something she did that actually led the judge to ruling the favor to the father for custody of the kids. And she was trying to literally throw him under the bus after the fact. And the judge was like, I don't want to hear all that. You should sit there when we was in court, And that's what our women do. They'll do that. When you get them dead to right on something, they always trying to come up with this Hail Mary on your ass after the fact. Something that's basically insignificant, but they try to make it relevant. It has no relevancy to the facts. And they'll try to roll with it. I tell you, man. But I was thinking last night, I was watching this video about depression. And I'm not going to lie, it brought a tear to my eye. Because I've been through that, And I've seen firsthand as a child how black relationships just don't work, man. How they tear families apart. As a child, I wanted to end it all. As a child. Because I couldn't take the pressure of seeing them doing that. And I went through that in the years with them, my folks going back and forth, moving out, leaving, taking the kids, taking us around. I went through that. I went through all of that. It was just a surmountable amount of pressure on me as a child to witness that. And it was stressing me. It literally stressed me, for real. People don't realize that. When parents go through that trouble of all of that, and the kids see that, the children are stressed. I don't give a damn what anybody say. Your kids get stressed with stuff like that all the time. They can say no all they want, but it is true. Police activity up here. That's what's going on. I was wondering what happened. Oh, Lord have mercy. What the hell? Oh, bus, let me over. And but I don't know. It's, all I'm gonna say is this. I'm at a point now. I just think that black women really don't want to be in a real relationship with a black man. They don't. They want to have the cake and eat it too. They want to go out there and do the thing and do what the hell they ever they want to do, and don't give a fuck about nobody else. And that's the bulk of them. That's the bulk of them. Many of them are like that. Many of them are like that. They ain't serious about us. They're not. They never have been. Because I thought about that for a long time. I'm like, okay. They want the homes, the house, cars, or whatever. They want to, as one guy was saying on YouTube, they want to have the thing about being married, but don't really want to be married. They want the conveniences of it. Let's put it like that. They want the conveniences of marriage. Don't really want to be married. The conveniences outweighs what they really want about it. You know. That's what's sad. You know. I've said that for years. Girl told me, as a matter of fact, the girl across the like me on my job many years ago told me that. So thick, young. And she was right. Like when are no more serious about being married than men are. Men not. I tell you young guys there, I said, marriage, don't even think about it, man. Yeah, I've been married 27 years, but I still tell these guys that. Because it's very, very, very hard work. It's hard work. It's a mental thing. It is. Being married is a very mental thing. When you're single, you don't think about, a specific woman. Well, for the most part, you don't. Especially if you're out there and you got a couple of women you can call up. You don't be thinking about that mess. You know? It doesn't stress you. But when you're married, you think about, well, you should go on vacation with her girlfriends, or if you go on a business trip or something like that. That should stress you. You sitting there with a kid for a whole month, watching them every day, and you're dealing with other stuff yourself, and you gotta go home and go pick up the kid and feed them and wash clothes and all the other shit. That's usually what happens. So that's the kind of stress I'm talking about. The Me Too movement helps exacerbate it by saying, "Oh, women, we got girl power. We can do this all by ourselves. We don't really need to be involved in no man." Blah 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 blah. Because even the good men get the shaft. It's one thing if these women mess with rotten guys, which is usually the case. They mess with the rotten guy first, and then they'll all of a sudden get with the good guy, and the good guy is supposed to be responsible for taking care of her after she messed up, but messes up and have babies by the other guy. Then all of a sudden, Captain Satan guy come in there and clean up everything. That's BS. Sorry, that's complete BS. You know why it's complete BS? Because it just is. It just almost always is. Yeah, so I don't know. I just said that thing will never change, man. Unless you get with somebody else who ain't black, who's not black. A lot of these players out here, these entertainers, they don't even marry white women. I know one actor. I think it was Billy D. Williams. I don't think he ever was with black women in terms of. I think since he's been acting, since I've been watching him all these years, I don't think he ever had. I don't think he ever been around. I don't think he ever had any real relationship with any black woman that I know of. Every time I see, he's married to Quincy Jones, another one. Quincy Jones' first wife, I think, was black. I think, but I'm not 100%. But every woman he had that was white. And I can understand that. You don't want to deal with the attitudes. You do go out there and bend over backwards for them and all this other stuff. and you still get the shaft. You still get the shaft. You get tired of that mess, man. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't any rogue dusty dudes, because they're out there. But if you're a good man out here busting your ass for the sisters, and the sisters still appreciate it, then that's something. That's a problem you got to take care of, man. What's this fool doing? I don't know. That's a government vehicle too, right in front of me, trying to go to work, and somebody almost hit the vehicle. But anyway, a lot of times, man, the good guys always get the shaft. All the time. I mean, almost all the time. 8 out of 10 times. 8 out of 10 times. And the bad part about it is, the women don't give a fuck. They want you to do that. That's the weird part about it. Because you got women out here, they'll get mad at you for something you know you did wrong, but you can't be mad at them for something that they did wrong. Even though you know and they know that they were wrong about it. Huh? It's the weirdest damn thing, I tell you. It's the weirdest damn thing. And I just shake my head. But, it's a wonder why I didn't, myself, I didn't stay single. Because actually, I was going to stay single for a long time. I wasn't going to never get married. I wasn't going to plan on getting married at all. But I know these young guys are catching hell with these women today. These women today are something else. Because most of the women today, the young women out here, especially 30 and under, many of them are single. We run single family households. 70% of them. Yeah, 70%. That's a lot of women. Your dating pool is not that great. It is greater if you got if you deal with women with kids. Who the hell wants that? 70% of single women are running a single family household. You don't want that mess. Your odds are terrible. Terrible. That's why I say I feel for these guys coming up today, man. Because they got to deal with that crap. Then they got to deal with the attitudes. Because, women like, I got to take my kids and blah, 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 blah. Because I know one guy told me, he said he couldn't do much with her because she was always dealing with the kids all the time. So there you go. Your dating life with that woman is just null and void. To be honest, I almost never dated women with kids. I have when I did date, but I don't think I dated more than 3 women with kids, if ever. I know I dated a couple. I dated 2 I dated 2 or 3 overseas. I think 2. Yeah, no, 2. It was 2. I know it was 2 overseas I dated. They had kids. The rest of them were all single. Over here, I think I dated 2, maybe 3 with kids, but they are the worst dates. They are the worst dates ever, ever. Real talk. So I'm like, that's why myself, I'm like, you know what? Can't deal with the crap no more, man. Ain't gonna do it no more. I'm done. I think if I had to go back on a dating scene right now, I wouldn't go on a dating scene. I just had a couple of female friends I would call every now and then. That's pretty much it. I wouldn't go any further than that. Seriously. And I can understand why a lot, because I know I have family members just remain single. They got divorced, and it's like, I ain't going back to that mess no more. They ain't go back either. You can't. I think it should be MGTOW for most black men today, because who wants to deal with that drama? These women ain't serious about trying to have no real relationship with no guys. They were, you wouldn't have so many daggone women out here with so many kids by so many different guys. That's facts. They ain't for real. They loud. They're loud. They're obnoxious. They're always trying to make you look wrong. They keep a lot of shit going. The attitudes just plain out stink. And they always feel they gotta be right even when they know they're wrong. They feel like they gotta be right. And throw you under the bus no matter what. You can prove your point, they gonna still gonna try to throw you under the bus. And allowing you. I mean, who wants to deal with that? That's what I said, for most of these entertainers, professional people out here, I wouldn't have nobody. I wouldn't, honestly. I don't blame you. Who wants that headache? Truthfully, in some cases, if I was one of those, I wouldn't get married. You know, if I was them. Because you're just asking for a headache anyway, no matter whether you with a black woman or not. But for certain, wouldn't marry one if I was them. Just too much drama. Too much drama, too many headaches, too many problems. And you keep drama just going over and over and over and over again. Who wants that? As I said, you had to be a fool to want to continue to deal with that. You single and you talking about, I'm going to get married to this girl. And she ain't nothing but a handful of nothing but headaches. Forget all that. It's better off living a single life. This is DJ Wolf. That's all I got to say.